If you need me, call me. No matter where you are, no matter how far.
Don't worry, baby.
Just call my name, I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry. 'Cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, babe.
I set you free. I told you you can always count on me, darling. From that day on, I made it a vow. I'll be there when you want me, some way, somehow. You know that there ain't no mountain high enough.
Ain't no valley low enough.
Ain't no river wide enough
To keep me from getting to you, babe.
Oh, no, darling.
No wind, no rain. Oh, winter's cold can stop me, baby.
No, no, baby.
Cause you are
If
my
you
goal.
ever trouble, I'll be there on the double. Just stand for me, oh, baby.
My love is alive, down in my heart, although we are miles apart.
If you ever need a helping hand, I'll be there on the double, just as fast as I can.
Cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough.
Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough
To keep me from getting to you, don't you know that there
ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me
to you, baby.
Well, there is magic happening in the room, yes? Yes, so thank you, of course, to Cleo and Jamie and our musicians. Did they rock that or what? Yeah, ain't no mountain high enough. Now I know there are a couple of people in the room or online who are like, wait a minute, I just came in. Am I in the right place? Like, I thought I was going to church. I didn't think I was going to the club. And wait a minute, like, no, we had to go to the Gospel of Ashford and Simpson, who were the people who wrote that song, because I'm just curious. You know the lyrics. You just heard them. You were just dancing to it. What if the universe was singing that song to you? All right, take a breath. Right, that's where we're gonna go. Like, what if the universe was saying to you, there is no mountain high enough, no valley low enough, no river wide enough to keep me away from delivering on your desires, your intentions, what you want to experience in life? Now, I've heard some of you say it, I believe that the universe is conspiring for my good. It is true. And those are very pretty words. But what if you really believed the universe is conspiring for your good? Say it after me or with me. The universe is conspiring for my good. Again, the universe is conspiring for my good. The universe is conspiring for my good. If you believe that, would your life be different? If you actually lived like you believe the universe is conspiring for your good and singing every day in your ear, ain't no mountain high enough. Spirit's promise to you, if you need me, call me. No matter where you are, no matter how far, 'cause Really, you're the one who thinks it's far, like spirit is like right here. But no matter how far you think you are away from me, just call my name. I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry. Okay, I'm pausing because I just want that to sink in. That is Spirit's promise to you and me and to every one of us. No exception. So you may have thought you were just getting a little R&B break in here, give you a little chance to dance a little bit. But no, well, yes. And the message in the music is what I want you to take with you, because this month the theme is manifesting miracles. And every week we're going to look at something a little different that you need to know or do or understand and then apply that will help you experience more miracles in your life. And so we have 4 weeks to do that. And since this is week 1, we're going to begin where we often begin, which is our mental preparation, right? Our mental preparation. So there are 3 things that I'm going to be sharing with you over the next few minutes. What really is a miracle? When do miracles occur? And what is the one most important thing that you need to know and understand if you want to manifest more miracles in your life? Would you like to know that? Yes. Oh no, you don't need more miracles in your life? I know, we could stop now and, I mean, you could like go to brunch or something. No, so those are the 3 things today that I'm going to be trying to weave together in a way that you can not only hear it, but can remember it and then use it during this week. We also at CSLDallas have a monthly study guide. So if you have not received the monthly study guide, that will allow you to follow along each week with the key themes and the key points, then there are a few at the back of the room, but also you can access it online. So what is a miracle? If you're at home or if you are in the room, somebody pull out your phone and go do an internet search. Google, what is a miracle? What is a miracle? What is the definition of a miracle that our brilliant Google tells us? I see several of you. Who's first? Who's fastest? What is a miracle? Come on. Now you use your phone every day. Okay, who's got it? Dana? A surprising and welcome event. Not explicable by nature or scientific laws, and is therefore considered to be the work of a divine agency. Did anyone come up with a different definition? Okay, read that again so that I can repeat it like a phrase at a time. An effect or extraordinary event in the physical world that surpasses all known human or natural powers and is ascribed to a supernatural cause. Cecilia, was yours similar? It was the same one? So great. This is what we commonly think of as a miracle, right? If we say define miracle, we go to Google and we look up what the dictionary says and we share that with people as if that is the truth. It is common belief, but that doesn't necessarily make it spiritual truth. So I went to one of my favorite sources, which is the book Shortcut to a Miracle, that some of you, if you're here and you've read it, like, give me some applause or something, because we go back to this book every couple of years because it is so fabulous. And the authors of the book, Michael Rand and Elizabeth Rand Arrett, actually are ordained CSL ministers. But in this book, they write the book in a secular fashion, and they never mention God, and they never mention science of mind or CSL. But the book is straight up science of mind. And how they define miracle is this way. A miracle is a series of natural events occurring in the right sequence and at the right time to produce wonderful events. Natural events occurring in the right sequence and at the right time. Because when we are aligning ourselves with spiritual law and we are practicing our intentions and then choosing our behaviors in accordance with that which we are clear we want, it feels like a miracle. And it could not have happened if the right sequence and all the natural pieces come together, and then we also perceive the result as wonderful. So they go on to say, how do miracles happen, or explain how do miracles happen. And the quote that I love in that section of the book is that miracles happen through natural and normal circumstances. Now, this does not mean that we ignore miracles or that we don't get excited about them. Like, oh yeah, miracles. Well, everything that happens in our lives is the result of the miraculous way that things fit together and that we show up. And so it is a miracle, and the dictionary definitions of extraordinary and divine or supernatural intervention or involvement, that is nothing out of the ordinary when we are in alignment with it, when we are making choices and when we are ordering our lives so that the universe can swoosh in and give us exactly what we desired or something better, something we didn't even anticipate, but it fulfills our desire beautifully. And so in that sense, I don't want you this month, I mean, right, the whole month is manifesting miracles. So I don't want you to take from this that, well, there really is no such thing as a miracle, so blah, blah, blah. No, it's that, okay, everything really is a miracle because it is representing the alignment of our choices and actions with the natural and absolute way that life unfolds. So, on the one hand, it takes some of the mystery away, but on the other hand, for me at least, it reminds me that I have a role to play in seeding or planting the seed for more miracles to happen. So let me tell you about Tracy's TEDx miracle. So a few years ago, 6 years ago, I had said in January, in a conversation with my adult nephew, we were talking about some of the things we wanted to have happen that year individually, and so that we could support each other throughout the year. And both of us had on our lists that we wanted to give a TEDx talk. And that was fun because then, you know, we could apply at the same TEDx events and we could find out information and share it with each other. And from January through June or July, we talked about once a month, and both of us would always say, yeah, we want to do a TEDx talk this year. And then he'd ask me, or I would ask him, so which events have you applied to? Or I would say, don't forget to send me the list of the 5 cities that you want to apply to so I can apply there too. Because wouldn't that be cool if we both get accepted and we both get to be on the same platform on the same day? And it was always, I was always excited. He was always excited. And the reality was every month when we would talk about it, neither one of us had applied for even one city. Like I hadn't even applied here locally. You know, I was busy. There were things happening. It was something I really wanted, something I felt ready for. And then we talked again. It was either June or July. And when we talked, I was like, Tracy, you believe in miracles, but you have to at least apply. Like, you know, as a licensed spiritual coach, there are so many times when people have come to me and said, could you pray that I get a better job? Or could you pray that I get a job because I've been unemployed for 6 months? And somehow in the conversation, it's like, well, they want a different job, or they want a better job, or they want their next job, but they have not filled out one job application, right? They haven't talked to anybody about a job, they just want it. And so I saw myself, it was like, you tell people all the time, well, if you want a job, you got to apply for it. So maybe if you want to do a TEDx talk, you better apply to do it in a few places. So it just so happens I started with Dallas, and I said, well, let me see. I know there are at least 6 franchises here. And what came up was TEDx SMU, that their process was open, but it was closing the next day. The next day. And their application had a lot of forms, but you also had to submit a 3-minute video of what your topic was going to be about. Okay, great. So I get on Zoom or something at home, and I make this little 2.5-minute video, and I send it off. I did not expect to get selected. And as it turns out, I didn't get selected. However, I got shortlisted because they said, we have 1 slot remaining. 1 slot remaining, and we're trying an experiment. Whoever gets this slot will be voted on by the public, not our team. And you are one of the 10 people who we've decided should have like People's Choice Award. And they've never done that before. So I'm like, okay, so I'm thinking I'll get to make a new video. I'll really put something into it. And I'm like, okay, when do I need to send in my new stuff? They're like, oh no, don't send in anything new. We're going to use the video, the little home video that wasn't very, I would not normally have sent that out. But anyway, that's what it was. So we're into late July by now, and this process is going to happen in August. And some of you in the room actually saw my Facebook post, and you went and clicked and voted for Tracy. And as it turns out, of those top 10 or those 10 people, I ended up getting the slot. Applause inserted here. And here's the deal though. So they tell me like Labor Day, like the process was August. They call or email me that week after Labor Day. The TEDx event was like October 15th or October 10th, something like that, right in the middle of October, like 6 weeks away. Everybody else on the program has known they were going to be presenting for 6 to 9 months. And I am like, oh, thank you. I'm so excited. I'm going to be a TEDx speaker. But I don't have a talk. And the title or the theme of the talk was something that was a reflection of what had happened in the summer. And so the what is mine to do to interrupt or end race-based hatred or violence. I had started up this Facebook group, all of that. It was all new. New topic, new focus, and I have 6 weeks to prepare. Now, some of you know I'm not intimidated to speak, and 6 weeks seems like a long time, except that I was only in town, unbooked, 6 days in those 6 weeks. So it started out, this whole thing started out as, this is an impossible goal. It's an impossible goal to be selected by TEDx SMU. It's impossible, but I'll go ahead and press send. Then they say, well, we only have this one slot, and you all get to decide. Oh, it's impossible. That's not going to happen. That's what my brain was saying. My brain was saying, it's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. And then I get the call, you've been selected, and you've got like 5 weeks and a half. It's impossible for me to write the kind of talk I want to deliver in 6 weeks when I have no think time. But it went from feeling impossible to feeling like this is a miracle. This is a miracle. All the things that had to happen, the natural flow of events, the people who had to be involved. And for a couple of weeks, I forgot that for 6 months, I had been constantly affirming, I'm going to give a TEDx talk somewhere this year. I don't know when, I don't know how, I don't know where. And once I started treating and moving my feet, treat and move my feet, how could I not expect that when I put the application in, the universe would say yes? But I'm just like you and you and you. I know this stuff. I believe this stuff. And then when I get a TSRW, I'm like, oh, TSRW, this shit really works. What? Oh my goodness, I'm going to be a TEDx speaker. Ah! And so the last 3 weeks I was super excited. And, you know, the week before when they have dress rehearsal, or 3 days before when they have dress rehearsal, I still didn't know what the talk was going to be. But I had a coach, and I had friends, and I had people, and I would just run these little excerpts by them. What do you think about this? What do you think about this? What do you hear when I say this? And, yeah, it became the miracle. What's your miracle? That's Tracy's TEDx miracle. But what's your miracle story? You've got one. Everybody has one. You know, that's the one I pulled off the shelf for today, but I could talk to you for a week about miracle stories that I've experienced, and I'm guessing each one of you could as well. Sometimes when I'm thinking there are no miracles and I'm really frustrated, I just remember, wait, I'm alive. That in itself is a miracle. From the date of my birth, yes, but also I never expected to live to be 40. So I'm like, oh, I'm a miracle. It's a miracle, life itself. And every time you find things or see things happening, I want you to affirm that it's a miracle. So practice. Say after me, it's a miracle. Boring. I said it boring. You repeat it after me. It's a miracle. One more time. It's a miracle. That's the way I want you to experience your life this week and beyond. But as we are going into this month of manifesting miracles, I want you to notice the miracles that are happening for you. The miracles that are happening, that are the universe conspiring for your good and delivering it, maybe in the way that you never even imagined it. What is the miracle in your life? What are the thousands of miracles? And if you really can't think of one, then just say, I am a miracle. Let me hear you. How does that feel? Yeah, that's where we're going this entire month. And Spirit's promise to you is so clear. Remember the day I set you free? In other words, you got birthed into this human body. I told you you could always count on me. Always. And from that day on, from the date of your birth, Tom, from the date of your birth, Casey, from the date of your birth, Anita, from the date of your birth, Candy, from the date of your birth, Spirit has said, from this day on, I make a vow. I'll be there when you want me, some way, somehow. Key phrase, when you want me, when you allow me, when you welcome me, when you depend upon me, when you partner with me. Spirit is like, I'm going to be there. I am there. You just have to notice me and say, hey, let's do this. So the only thing left for me to share with you this morning is the most important thing you must know and understand if you want to manifest more miracles in your life. Oh, my time is up. I can't. No, just teasing you. I was hoping, like, you know how at a concert and the artist says, all right, when I go see Candy perform live and she says, you know, this is the last song, and she ends it and then she walks off the stage and everybody is like, Candy, Candy, or more. See, I thought maybe you all would like say, no, we really want that last thing we must know and understand. I don't know why I encourage you. But that's what we do here at CSLDallas, in case there's anybody watching for the first time. So the most important thing for you to know and understand is this. There is no separation between you and that source which created you. It's not going anywhere. It is conspiring for your good. It wants you to have a life you love, and it will do any and everything to provide that. Your job, my job, is to know that, to believe that, to remember it, and to welcome the partnership between my human ego, or the humanity that I am, and the divinity that I also am. It's not one or the other. And if you can know that and remember that, you will manifest miracle after miracle after miracle, because it's not magic. It's natural. And if you forget, go back to the song and hear Spirit whispering in your ear, or hear Jamie and Cleo singing it, and go, find the recording of today's service and watch that part again. There is no wind. You read it with me. There is no wind, there is no rain or winter's cold that can stop me, because you are the goal. If you're ever in trouble, I'll be there on the double. Just look within, oh baby. Yes, can you take that with you this week? Yeah, take that with you. I hope you will never, ever hear that song the same way you heard it before today. Now, each week, I'm going to encourage you to take this within. And I recognize that this type is pretty small and that you may not be able to read it, but we'll be posting this online as well. And the spiritual practice each week is in the study guide. So every day when you wake up, you're going to say out loud, I am a miracle. Practice. And then throughout the day, you're going to look for all the miracles that happen in your life, and you're going to record them. So whether you use your journal for that, or you use your phone and your notepad or your tablet, just this week, really record the miracles that you notice. Now, there is a little trick here. Name and claim the miracles in your life this week. And of course, say out loud every time you notice one, it's a miracle. But don't capture the miracles like the generic miracles, like nature or weather. Look what the beautiful sunset. This week, I want you to focus on watching and recording the miracles that happen in your circumstances, your conditions, your experiences, your relationships. And then think about, how are those miracles reflecting what you have intended or what you have chosen? That is our spiritual practice individually this week and collectively, because I want to be able to hear, even though wherever I am in the country this week, that I want to feel the vibration of all the CSLDallas people saying throughout the day, it's a miracle, or I'm a miracle. And we're all connected. So I'm going to feel that vibration. And Cindy Young and Avis Ives and I, the three of us, are going to be out in California at a CSL event. And we're going to feel it. I'm going to feel if you don't. But I know you better than that. I know you're going to have dozens of miracles come up this week. So please do this spiritual practice. If you're in a Sangha group or a study group, share your examples of miracles, remembering that there is no mountain high enough. And Brad, if I could get you to come up and maybe just give me 2 minutes. Ain't no mountain high enough. Let's anchor that. There is no mountain high enough to keep God away from you. There is no mountain high enough. There is no valley low enough. There is no river wide enough that can block your access to the Creator, the source of all life, that source which created you from itself and is coming forward into your life every moment of the day, just waiting for you to say, welcome, welcome. And so we breathe together, recognizing that each one present and each one not present is a miracle, the miracle of life expressing, the miracle individually and all together, the miracle collectively. This week, we let the miracle be evident and present, and we celebrate it. I'm so grateful for the opportunity and the ability to do so. Are you ready? Are you willing? Do you promise? Let's all say together, I am a miracle. I am a miracle, and so it is.